whatever strategy you use, your body has its own personal amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates that you require to thrive. So by under eating, you are going to create these nutrient deficiencies where your body's not going to work and do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So whatever that sweet spot is. This is one of our favorite chats too, because this week is all about burning energy. What are we? We're in week 7.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yes. It's all about burning energy and kind of debunking this whole like which exercises are better for burning energy and body composition change, because it can get really muddled. Like,
there's so much misinformation out there.
There's a lot of it. And then there's all kinds of people saying, just like with diets, this way is the best way, and get results like me, when really it's an individual basis on what protocol and stuff works the best for you and your goal. Yes, calories in matter, and you definitely need to be in a calorie or an energy deficit to lose weight. But the whole world of like, oh, if it fits my macros, and people relying on counting calories in MyFitnessPal, and if it fits within those numbers, and they're eating Oreos, questionable things, you things can get a little confusing, because it's not going to give you the result that you want. So what do people end up doing? They end up under eating and chronically under eating. And so when people think like, oh, calories in, like if I only eat 800 calories today,
and I burn whatever in my spin class,
right, then I should lose weight. It's a very kind of iffy little thing, because what's going to happen is that you're going to slow down your metabolism. Now, I don't mean damage your metabolism. If you yo-yo diet, like that's a big thing. Like people think that they like mess up their metabolism. You can confuse it. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Because your body's almost too smart for you to outsmart it. So if you're going to constantly undereat, say you're only eating 1,000 calories a day, and you're trying to run for an hour and a half, or do a cardio class for an hour and a half to burn 1,000 calories. Your body's going to say like, hold up, what you doing to me? I'm going to slow all the other processes down to conserve and keep yourself alive.
And that's the thing. Like if you do what we see some clients do of chronically under eating, your metabolism slows down, because your body is looking for homeostasis.
Right.
If you drop it down to 800 calories or 1,000 or whatever it may be, it's like, dude, that's not enough. So all these other regulatory systems, it's not going to ramp it up. It's going to back it off. That's what it has to do.
Yeah, because it's trying to keep you alive. It's
Correct.
the yo-yo dieting, or this crazy yo-yo dieting that everybody does, where they'll undereat for a time period, and then they go and binge eat, and it's back and forth, back and forth. You lose weight, then you gain weight. Lose weight, gain weight. All that does is basically confuse your body. And like what you were saying, slows down your metabolic rate, because it doesn't know when it's going to get energy next. And so if you have done that, where you've lost weight and gained a lot of weight repeatedly, your body gets more efficient at holding on to weight. I think I told you about this book that I just read. It was called The Secret Life of Fat. It is such a good book. Now, it's not necessarily saying that body fat is bad. It's actually a book that promotes the positive stuff that body fat does, because it does produce some hormones and stuff like that to keep you healthy, and that's why your body wants to hold on to it, because it does serve a purpose. When in the past people thought it was just this waste of space. And there's good fat, and then there's bad fat. Subcutaneous fat, which is underneath your skin, and then the visceral fat, which is in your organs, and that's the bad fat. But it's a really good book, and it kind of goes over that main point of like people that have lost and gained weight multiple times, how your body fat gets smarter, and it doesn't want to let go of it. You know, it makes it harder for you to lose it because you've gone back and forth so many times. So that's what we're saying. Your body is smarter than you.
I love the. You remember when P90X came out? And P90X is good. Like the exercise, any movement, we're like fans of that. Like get out and move. That's the most important thing. Whether it's soccer, P90X, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like muscle confusion. I'm like,
I'm gonna confuse something.
Metabolic confusion. I'm like, come on, man. Like get out of town. That's why like Clean Kitchen. Another reason why it was kind of boring is like, come on, let's cut the junk out of here and get real.
Yeah. Like, let's just stop trying to confuse people and give them realistic, things to go after. So when we say calories in, calories out, that we're not following that model is because we want you to focus on the quality of it. Because even diving deeper into that whole mindset of like, oh, if I only eat this amount of calories, I should lose weight. You can go even deeper than that, where your tissues are becoming what you're eating, and so your body is going to treat different quality foods, like different types of foods, differently. You're going to absorb nutrients differently from processed foods versus whole foods.
Yeah, that's where I've dove into some of the studies in science and stuff like that, but you cannot say like the calories from a mango, like 100 calories from a mango are the same 100 calories of a honey bun.
Right.
Like you just can't, like, because there's different, the food, the makeup of the food is completely different. There's fiber in this, there's no fiber in this.
And so you mentioned different things that make up those foods, and that's what affects the way that you digest it and the way that you can absorb it. So, if you're trying to count calories, you're going to absorb more energy from the processed food because it has already been processed for you, versus like a mango where your body, it hasn't been processed yet. So your body is going to have to use
break it down.
Its energy stores to break down that food. And then you may absorb more good for you nutrients that little sucker holds, depending on individuality. Like, everybody absorbs nutrients differently. That's why there's some people that have higher metabolisms and then some people that don't have higher metabolisms. So you can go all science nerd into all that stuff, but what we don't want to create is under-eating and afraid of food. When you under-eat, you become nutrient deficient.
And
especially if you're trying to fit your macros with other gray area or processed food. So we're not trying to tell people, oh, you can't have that. Like, you can't have a donut. Yes, you can have a donut, okay? We're saying fill your plate with things that are going to give you more bang for your buck. So your cells will actually function. Your hormones will actually function like it's supposed to, because it's all connected. And so the whole eating less to get lean, there's just like the
name of the game is this: as much food as you possibly can that's good food, that's healthy, and you still be able to be satisfied, happy with what you see in the mirror. You look good, you perform good, and you feel good, and your doctor's happy with you. That's the name of the game, is to find out what that limit
sweet
is.
Spot. Where's your sweet spot?
What's the sweet spot? Not, oh, hey dude, high five, I had 400 calories today. Woo! That's it.
Or high five, I hit my macros.
I'm running on oxygen. That's it. So at the end of the day, it's like, you made your macros, but if you're starving yourself
and you're consistently
under-eating.
You're consistently under-eating, and you're not giving your body the nutrients. Like, that's the bottom line. Like, I don't care who you are, if you are a vegetarian, if you intermittent fast, if you carb cycle, or whatever strategy you use, your body has its own personal amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates that you require to thrive. So by under-eating, you are going to create these nutrient deficiencies where your body's not going to work and do what you want it to do. So whatever that sweet spot is, maybe you're super active and you need 2,400 calories. The Stuffed Piggy diet, they're going to get that article this week where I ate 24 to 2,700 calories every day for 12 weeks. I logged it. It was all clean foods, like straight up eating like it was my job. And I called it Stuffed Piggy because I felt like a stuffed piggy.
pig.
But the experiment was because I wanted to show just what eating those type of foods would do.
Yeah,
Like
it's debunking the myth. Like
I did not put on weight.
No.
I did not.
You actually lost body fat.
I lost body fat and I got super strong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't recommend everybody doing that because that was like level 3 type of eating, and it actually ruined my appetite.
Yeah.
Like it took me a while to
dial it back.
To dial it back, you know. And so that's not necessarily what I would, you know, promote anybody else to do, but it still shows you that with the appropriate amount of exercise and type of exercise and eating enough for your body to recover, because that's a huge part. That's another thing that people don't talk about, the recovery process.
No,
that's
train more, do more, eat less.
And that's going to bring us into our next one. I told you we were going to go long on this one. That's going to bring us into our next part of it, is talking about the exercise with, you know, your nutrition and how that all works together. Because if you are a person that's a regular exerciser and your goal is to look leaner, like show your muscles or look toned or whatever it is, like there's a balance of exercising enough to create the stimulus that you need to your body to change, but then also the more important part is, are you eating enough and are you recovering enough? Meaning, are you recovering? Meaning, are you eating and sleeping enough? The sleep habit. The change doesn't happen in the workout.
No. The workout is breaking down the tissue.
Yeah. Who was it? Oh crap! I can't remember who it was. It was said you leave the workout less fit than when you came in.
Yes.
And what you do after your workout determines how fit you will become.
Yes, we want compensation for the damage that you just done. We want repair for the damage you just did. So.
Right.